No, I didn't know kids could die in their sleep. I did not know that could happen. How could that happen? I mean, why? She was 18. I knew infants could to die in their sleep. I know about SIDS, but I didn't know that that could happen to an 18-year-old. She's lived 18 strong, healthy, happy years. How in the world could she just go to sleep one night and not wake up?
And she went to bed one night on July 2018 and never woke up, and that's it, just like that. No clues, no symptoms, nothing at all.
Went to bed and he didn't wake up. We found him in his room. He was unresponsive. He had died in our house.
And that day, there was no signs of anything. You know, she went down this water slide and came out the bottom, unresponsive.
He was playing an unsupervised game, just a flag football with friends at lunchtime. He collapsed during the game, and the children that were with him initially thought that he was playing. They thought that he was joking around, and so, you know, they're saying, "Get up, you know, stop kidding." And I don't know how much time went by before they were able to find an adult to then come and initiate CPR. She was playing up until the last minute. She had gone a little bit, she was going over a little further than I would have liked her to. And so I said, you come back, you come this way. And she came right to me. She looked right at me. And I said, you go back the other way. And she turned to go the other way and she went out. There was nothing. It was instantaneous, like a switch.
And that morning was like any other morning in our family life. It was a Saturday. We were at home. And you can imagine the shock, the efforts to bring her back, the CPR, the trauma. And we discovered afterwards that she had a dilated heart. You know that this means that her heart was enlarged. And doctor explains that this was the cause of her having a sudden cardiac arrest during her sleep, that things like this happen. And when they do, normally death is the first symptom.
I did not know anything about arrhythmic death or fatal arrhythmias.
We should have known about this before. I've never heard about this.
The only times you hear about it is someone collapsing on like a sports field.
Yeah,
but not.
that's something we've heard about. I mean, but not this. Not a normal kid going to bed at night and never waking up. That's something, well, no, it's so hard. It's so hard.
I wish we could make EKGs a standard once a year. Why isn't that happening in our pediatric checkups? It takes 5 seconds.
In the schools, in kindergarten, we test for the eyes, we test for the ears. Why aren't we testing for the heart? You said exactly what I said. And it's true. And it should be a yearly test.
If they would have just said that to me, I would have done it. If a doctor had said to me, you know, she's probably okay, but this is what I think you need to do, because on rare occasions, these things can actually indicate a fatal condition, I would have done that.
The doctors kept saying that he was fine, it was just allergies, not to worry about anything.
She listened to Evelyn's heart and, you know, told me that Evelyn's heart sounded absolutely fine and that there was really no reason for us to see a cardiologist.
It's a simple test that we can save our children. Screen your kids. It's so important.
We're talking about normal, not so expensive, non-invasive procedures. So I don't see really why doctors aren't doing this with every kid in the world, in fact.
Advocate for your child. Don't expect your doctor to know what's best, and insist on some kind of heart screening.
She had a mutation that was just formed on its own. She had 2 mutations of long QT, and we have no idea where it came from. You know, they say it's hereditary, and it is. A lot of the times, you'll have like a whole family that has it. But with us, it was not hereditary.
For some, the first symptom is cardiac arrest.
It's not as rare as people think it is, and it's not as rare as they say it is.
You never think it's going to happen to you until it does. You really don't think too much of it until it affects your life, and it strikes you to where it's life changing. I just never thought about it before. I knew it was there, but it wasn't always on my mind until now. I don't really have a choice. We don't have a choice.